Hello everybody, I hope we all had a fantastic, tremendous, wonderful Christmas. I am here with another video for you. In between this Crimo limbo time where no one really knows what they're doing, I thought it would be fun, seeing as we're probably all just relishing in all the good food that's rocking around. I thought we would try an array of TikTok viral sweets that I have seen and I just wanted to get my hands on. Now we have three different categories. Category number one is the crunchy, category number two is the ooey gooey, and category number three is the flaky. We're going to start off with category one, which as I mentioned is the crunchy. Now I've tried air dried sweets before. I have also made my own air dried sweets, which I will link those videos down below. There are so many different types of air dry sweets, which is basically where the moisture is taken out of the sweets and they puff up. I don't really get how it works, I don't get the science, but they then become these completely different sweets, and for some reason it intensifies the flavour. And look at this array. I didn't buy them all. I mean, I came very close to it, but I did not because there's so many. I thought we'd get started on the crunchy section. Now up first we have Chewits Extreme Sour Apple Balls. Also, this packaging is fantastic. I got mine from Space Sweets, but there are loads of different companies that do these sorts of ones. They're so light. Oh my gosh, it smells amazing. Oh, it's not really biting, is it? Oh my goodness. The apple flavour is fantastic. It really is zinging around in there. There is no denying that. I will say they're chalky. I actually prefer them when they're chewy. I would give them a solid 7 out of 10. Flavour is really good, and they still have that sort of like sherbety bit in the middle, so that's why we're going for a 7. Let's carry on with the apple themed sweets. We're going to go for these Millions. Normally Millions, if you're not from the UK, are these really good, like chewy, get right stuck in your teeth sort of sweets. But these ones, I have no idea what they'll be like freeze dried. They kind of still have the texture of normal Millions. Oh, that's kind of fun. They taste like hundreds and thousands, and the flavour's really good. Oh, they're really crispy crunchy. They taste like puffed rice. They taste like Rice Krispies, but better. I'd say it's a solid 8 out of 10 from me. Oh, that one was a bit chewy still. These are very intriguing for me. These are Werther's Original Traditional Creamy Toffees. In the UK, Werther's Originals are basically the sweets that people would traditionally, I'm not saying it's always the case, sweets for the retired folk. However, my husband is Werther's Original lover. They're basically these like sucky boiled toffees. Not very exciting. It looks like sawdust has exploded all over my legs. These look so fascinating. They're literally like pillowy clouds. That flavour is incredible. You know the Quality Street toffee one? The toffee penny? It literally tastes like that, but 10 times more strong. I love that. It just dissolves straight in your tongue. I think that's my favourite one I've ever had of the freeze-dried sweets. The thing is, you don't need many because they're so strong. That is a 9 out of 10. These are raspberry slices. I'm very intrigued how different it will be from a normal one. I can't get in here. Oh, kind of feels like, you know when you go to a beach and you get those limestone rocks? That's exactly the texture of this one. What the heck? That just took me on a wild roller coaster. It tastes like watermelon, but really strong. This bit is kind of chewy, and then the top bit's like, it tastes a little bit like shower gel though. That's not a vibe. I thought I was gonna like it. It's kind of like the 3-in-1. Don't really know how I feel about it. I'm gonna give that a 3 out of 10. I feel like this is the worst one today. It's not gonna be a 0 out of 10, because there's so many varying textures and I'm normally a texture fiend. But the flavour is not doing anything for itself. I think I've been most excited today about these ones. These are the Nerd Gummy Clusters. I love nerds. They're not readily available in the UK. You have to get them from American Candy Specialists. But these, they've exploded like the Werther's Original. I want to know what... It popped. Oh my gosh, that's going to be like snap, crackle, popping in my mouth. Snap, crackle, popping. No snap, crackle, pop. That is so addictive. You've got the crunch, you've got the melt, you've got the tiny little balls, which kind of have, on the outside, just have stayed like normal nerds. I think we've got a rival to the Werther's Originals. Okay, so we're seeing a theme. I like the ones that are a bit cloud-like and puffy, because they just dissolve on your tongue. But it is such a strong flavour. I think these are going to be a 9.5. These ones kind of look like little nipples, don't they? These are saltwater taffy watermelon. Not a sweet that is readily available in the old UK, so I don't really know what it's supposed to be, but I know it's a chewy sweet. These are the type of ones that I don't like, the limestone rocks. I think that is what we have established today, is I don't like the limestone rocks. No, I hate that. That is repulsive. I actually think that's a 0 out of 10. Why is it salty yet fruity? It's not even got a nice aftertaste. That is actively repulsive. I never want to see you in this town again. Fruity things in my head should not be salty. It's like when people put raisins in salads. Get out. I don't want a raisin in my salad. These two look fun to me. These are just giant eggs. I'm not a big fan of a Haribo fried egg. I'm thinking I might like a section of this. The little teat is obviously the yolk, which kind of looks cloud-like, but I haven't actually had anything this texture yet. That is exactly the same as the Lucky Charms marshmallow. I want to try a bit with the egg. No thank you, no thank you. That's a 1 out of 10. I don't like the flavour, I don't like the texture. All over, bad vibes. However, it looked great as an egg, so for that reason, it's getting one little star. Up next, we have Fizzy Worms, which I think I'm gonna love. Even if these taste rank, they have brought me so much joy because look at them! They've exploded, and this is what happens in the freeze dryers. It's so weird. They just puff right up. I have no idea why. They kind of look like a cartoon character, but I can't think what one. Is it the shrimp and shark tail? I just want to take an extra shrimp to the factory. Maybe it is. Wow, 10 out of 10 for entertainment. And the crowd goes wild. Feels like I'm getting a little round of applause from this guy. The flavour on that. Oh, it's giving me a shiver. So sour, so zingy. I love this one. I don't love the texture. However, the enjoyment factor brings it up to a solid 8 out of 10. I'm intrigued by these milk chocolate eclairs. They're basically Werther's Originals, but they actually have this like chewy, they're chewier than a Werther's Originals, so I'm intrigued if these will be better than the Werther's Originals. Let's see. That's great. The chocolate in the middle, the flavour is so strong. I'd say it's on par with the Werther's Original ones because it's a bit crumbly. Guys, this is the best thing. I feel like I should have posted this before Christmas. These are Fizzy blue bottles, these ones. These are my brother's favourite sweets, but I have never tried them. Freeze-dried edition. They've got the flavour spot on there. Texturally, it's not really doing anything for me. They kind of taste like soap actually, honestly. That one's going to be a 2 out of 10 because the normal Fizzy blue bottles are just so fantastic, so exquisite. They really are their own entity and I feel like they shouldn't really be messed with, okay? So those are going to be a 2. Now last of the crunchy section, we have got Chamoy Skittles Original. I am fascinated by these because I've never had chamoy before. I think chamoy is basically like a lime seasoning with chili. I'm really intrigued. I don't think I'm going to be a fan of it because I'm not great with spice, but we're always willing to give things a go here. Always good to try. That is so interesting. I kind of love chamoy. It's salty, it's sweet, it's acidic, it's kind of vinegary. It's basically a combination of everything, but in a really good way. And the actual Skittles work really well with it. I am so surprised. I'm gonna give that an 8 out of 10. I wouldn't rush back to the shops to try it because I have my sweets that I know and love. But if there was a bowl of them, I would pop them back. That's the crunchy segment finished. And overall, the Nerds gummy clusters are my favourite in the crunchy sections. I have to say, I think these freeze-dried sweets are fantastic. Section 2 of the video are the glacé fruits. Glacé fruits are quite like an old school thing. And my family, I believe my dad loves them. They're basically like normal fruits, just rolled in a boiled sugar solution. And then they're kind of weird because they're kind of beautiful, and I feel like you could just have a bowl of these in your house. They're like shiny. I'm really excited to try these. I don't think I'm gonna like these because I don't like that sort of texture of the sugary crystallizedness. I was right, the sugar crystalliness is not for me. You know those little gummy things that you were little, they're like little lemon and orange slices and they have sugar on? That is kind of what this tastes like, and whenever my mum put those on cakes, I was not a happy girl. Up next we have the orange slice, which looks beautiful. Oh, wow. Why is it spicy? Why is it spicy? Ooh, why is it burning? Why? That's not good. That is not good at all. I'm sorry, I just don't think glacé fruits are for me. Look at this one. This is a prickly pear. I just don't like the crystalliness. They are so sticky. I literally hate that. I think I've realised that the texture of glacé fruits is not for me. Also, you lose the flavour. The only one that's actually flavoursome is the orange, but for the rest of them, they just taste of sugar. I am so excited to try this one. Whenever I used to work at Portland Mason, people would come in just so they could buy this because you can't get it anywhere else in England. And it's called Angelica, and it used to be used in loads of different things. I think people would just eat this as it was back in the day. I have no idea what it's going to taste like. It looks quite exciting, doesn't it? Oh, it popped. Again, it literally just tastes like boiled sugar. Up next, we have got the chili pepper. Look how absolutely stunning, glossy, glorious that looks. And I'm wondering if it's going to taste like the chamoy, the sort of sweet, salty, acidic. I'm kind of hoping it is because I really enjoyed that chamoy. Oh, that's really spicy. I think it's safe to say that me and glacé fruits are not friends. That texturally was not a fun or pleasant experience. I feel like I've never come across anyone that likes glacé fruit texture. Now, up next are these, which are crystal candies, they're called, and they're basically supposed to look like crystals, and there are loads of different flavours. They look really, really beautiful. They actually look like real life crystals. However, I'm looking texturally at them and they look exactly like the glacé candies. So I don't think I'm particularly gonna like them. I'm gonna pick 3 that I'm gonna try on here and then I'm gonna eat the rest on TikTok. So let's just have a lucky dip and see what one my hand goes for. This is plum. Oh dear, there's a curly squirly black hair. That's not what you want, is it? Oh well. Right, there you go. Can you see that? It looks like a crystal. Ah. This is the other one. It's got like little sugar shards. That is so unique. I don't know how they've done that. Kind of tastes like something I would put in the bath. It's got like a hard shell and then a like weirdly crystallized center. It has more flavor than the glacé fruits. Right, let's see what else we've got in here. This one is peach and cream. I mean, not super inventive on the design. Don't know what crystal I'd be seeing that looks like a rubber ring, but oh, this is a bit more chew, a little more gel to it. It tastes like the spray that I would have used in year 8 when I was feeling self-conscious that I got sweaty in PE. That's not for me. Okay, last one. Oh, we've got a big one. This is raspberry. I feel quite confident about the raspberry. I feel like as flavours go, raspberry is one of my faves. Look at that. It doesn't taste very good. The flavour's not fantastic at all. Doesn't really taste of raspberry. I mean, they are stunning. They're beautiful, just like the glacé fruits. But style over substance, if I was Paul Hollywood, I'd be giving it, looks beautiful, but you're not getting a handshake from me today because it tastes rank. So, fun to try though. Now, the last section of today is the flaky pastry. At school, we used to have something called Flaky Pastry Thursday, which was the only day they used to do sausage rolls, and they would be wiped out in a matter of minutes, and then they wouldn't do them for another week. I don't know why, but on TikTok I am constantly coming up on baklava TikTok. I don't know why, I don't know if it's just me, but I found these, which are the best rated ones from Etsy. They're Bliss Bites Baklava. I will say that the packaging, it's kind of bled everywhere. This is all grease, so it's not looking so great, but I mean, how else are you supposed to transport baklava? So these are the baklava. They're just like layers of flaky pastry with sort of a pistachio. Oh, it's hollow, I can see completely through it. Can you see my eye? Hi! These look different to other baklava I've had. That is so good. That pistachio flavour, they're really like buttery, greasy, but in the best possible way. This is delivering. I love you, baklava top. I feel like I need to do a whole video where I just try all the baklavas that pop up on my TikTok. I think it's just me, but sometimes TikToks, there are themes with people's algorithms. At one point there was this deep North Sea TikTok and it was like, bah. If you know, you know. And I feel like the same thing's happened with baklava. I have to say though, the reigning champion are those nerd gummy clusters. But all in all, I've had a fantastic time. I hope I've given you good descriptions of each of the foods so that you know what to try and what not to try. I love you all so much. I really hope you had a lovely Christmas, and I will see you soon for another video. Subscribe if you want to see more. Let me know videos that you want to try down below. I love you all loads. Have a fantastic one. Peace out, punks!